at home. You just get some people together and you go out and work. You know, boot camps, there's nothing magical about them if you take a piece of the boot camp and look at it and say, well, I can do that at home. Say, I can do that elsewhere. Or I can do that without the help of a boot camp. What a boot camp actually does, though, the magic, the true magic, is that we're coming together and we're doing it. And when we, by the end of the weekend, you notice yesterday's sales were so much higher than the first day's sales. I'm guessing. I didn't look at it. But, the days typically progress more and more sales. And my theory is that's because the first day everybody's so uptight. They're coming to work. But by the end of the boot camp, they're not there to work anymore, are they, Scott? They're just having fun. They're in a rhythm. They're not out there trying to recruit somebody. They're not out there trying to sell somebody. What they're really doing is they're just having fun. They're comfortable in their skin. They're comfortable in their recruiting skin, their selling skin, their DTC skin. They're comfortable in it and they're having fun. They're playing with it. And it's amazing what happens when you start playing in your business. Some of my advice to some of you over the last few days is please play with this. Isn't that right? Don't work at it. I love to work, man. When I was a young man, my dad, I broke his heart. I loved to meditate, and I would meditate anywhere from 3 to 18 hours a day. And I would meditate, read, and focus, and yet, Dad, could I have some money? Early 20-something, needed to live at home because I was meditating all day long. Now, my dad came from a different era. Young men don't sit in their rooms and meditate all day long unless they have some way of making money to pay the bills. Young men in my father's day at 18, they were married. They had full-time gigs and they were married. I was 18 when my dad was born. I watched my parents grow up. I really did. When I was 20 years old, my dad was still in his 30s. I watched them grow up. And that's just a different era, isn't it? Today we don't expect our kids to grow up until they're 38. Sure, live at home. Again, you're back. Wonderful. Good to see you again. Your room's waiting for you. We didn't take down your posters from whatever era of music you were in. But we have this thing where, my dad looked at me one day and he said, just with a broken heart, he was watching my life go nowhere because I wasn't working at making money. It's not that he disliked the things that I was doing. He supported me in them. But what he saw me doing was spending all my time on the comfortable stuff, the stuff that I like to do, and not the stuff that was hard in life. And I've been the idealist that spent a lot of time on ideals but was constantly broke. Know anybody like that? I was an artist. Artists do that. We spend a lot of time thinking and creating things and not making money. And, my dad's just a hard-working, blue-collar guy, and he looked at his son who was, in his 20s, early 20s, and he watched my work ethic, and it just wasn't there. And it broke his heart because he knew I was going. He said, and he didn't say this to hurt me. He said this to wake me up. He said, you are the laziest young man I have ever met in my life. And he said it with tears in his eyes. It broke his heart to say it, and it broke my heart that he had to say it. Well, that day I made a decision. I was going to be a hard-working man. And I had to learn how to work hard because everything came easily to me. I don't know why, it just did. I had great parents that took care of me, but, I had some talents and I had a few things that made life a little bit easy for me. And at that time, I decided I was going to work my you-know-what off. And I became a machine. I almost became as good a worker as Michael Judas every day of his life. I was that guy that would work, so many hours. And when I would hire artists and writers and photographers for these network marketing companies. One of the interview questions was, how do you feel about working 9 to 5? And it was a trick question. They would say, really? You work 9 to 5 here? Quite often we do, yes. And they say that would be wonderful, because in their world they get the artists and the writers are the last people to get the stuff, and they've got to perform miracles overnight. Deadlines are killers. And they would say, oh, that would be awesome. I would love 9 to 5. And I'd look at them and go, really? You like working 9 to 5? They go, yeah, that'd be awesome. I said, 9 in the morning until 5 in the morning? And they looked at me, they waited for me to laugh, like break the tension, like, no, that's what we do. I would hire them and say, unless you're prepared to work at least one 36-hour shift a week, you're probably not right for the job. We're in a fast growth mode. We have deadlines. They're killer. We're at the tail end of all of the information getting to us, but the deadline, the printers are set up. We've got web presses ready to print 250,000 magazines. That's ready. We can't miss that window, and we don't even get the articles until the night before. We're going to work. We're going to work hard. I was a slave driver. And man, if I didn't see perfection come out of that thing, back to the drawing board. Bring your sleeping bag because you're staying tonight. I was tough, man. And that kind of bled into my world, and it shipwrecked me. It burned me out. Anybody ever experienced burnout?
Oh yeah.
I burned out, man. I worked 100-hour weeks for about 15, 16 years, and I just fried. And I can't do it anymore. And there's a lot of people like us out there. They burned out. Maybe they didn't work that hard, that long. But if you're a mom and you're taking care of kids and you're working a job, there's so much more to being a mom than saying I gave birth to you. I'll see you when you're 18 at your graduation. I mean, it's just so much work. Most moms probably work 16, 18 hours a day, right, ladies? I mean, it's just hard work. The last thing they want is another job. So my hope is that with DTC, we really take the lead from the company. What they showed us at this event is that they want to have fun. They want network marketing to be less about work and more about having a party. Man, if you invite people to a party, a real party, not a fake party, not a sucker punch party, come on over for a party and we sit them down and we make them watch a presentation for an hour. That's a sucker punch party. That's not a real party. A party is a party. When's the last time you went to a party where somebody spent all of the party talking to you about a presentation? That's not a party. What the company wanted to show us is what young people are looking for is they're looking for a different way. They watch their parents work too hard, too long, and burn out. They watch their marriages disintegrate. They watch their careers disintegrate. They watch their health disintegrate. And they're not saying, young people aren't saying they have the answers. They're not saying that they know exactly what they want. They don't know what it looks like, but they're looking for something that doesn't look like that. And you all here in the boot camp, and you at home, if you're having fun with your business, what you're modeling is a new way of doing network marketing. It's really the old way. It was hidden. It wasn't the star of the show. And it's called playfulness. Say playfulness.
Playfulness.
Today, will you play?
Yeah.
Today, will you play?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Today, will you play?
Yes.
Will you promise all day long to play? How many of you, when you make a phone call, know how to play on the phone? I hear people tell me all the time they like my laugh. I hear, man, I just love your laugh. That laugh took a lot of practice. Not because it wasn't there, it's just I buried it. I was so intent. I will learn. I will achieve. I will accomplish. I will. All of this work, Robin. And I just had to learn to start laughing and having fun. You will recruit more people into your business if you model playfulness than you could ever do modeling perfection or marketing competence. So we work so hard to feel and look competent. You know, and what they really want, Michael, is they just want someone to say, show me how to live a life that looks like fun, because I'm dying in here. I need out of this. Somebody free me from the cage of perfectionism, the slavery of tedium. Please, somebody show me how to live in a party atmosphere. And if you can do that, you can take 500,000 to 1 million people with you right straight to the top of this business. So that's all I have to say about that. God bless you and have some fun today.
Wow, amazing. We started off laughing, smiling, and having some fun, and thank you so much, David. You brought it home to roost. Well, that was wow. I don't think you could pay for a genius like that, right?
Sure you can. You're saying pass the plate. What's the deal?
I was going to say yet. My ideal, David, is we're going to have this stadium. It's not going to be 20,000. How many people can you fit in one of those huge NFL stadiums?
80,000. 100,000.
80,000. Imagine 80,000 people having a party. Our party. Yeah? Really take this on board. Take what David has just given us, this gift. Take it on board, because people are starved of it. How many people do you see when you go into a city, right? I call it the walking dead, right? It's almost like they've been numbed into submission. So, to me personally, yeah, there is a mission. There is a mission. And it's to help show those people this other way and invite them in. Yeah. And transform the entire structure of society by doing it this way rather than their way. Because their way is not much fun at all. Sorry. So, yeah, beautiful. I would like to read you folks something from Risa, who was here. For those folks who weren't here, we honoured Risa. It was her first success camp, and we gave her an inaugural, very special, unique pin. Yeah, these are rare. So if you were fortunate enough to get one from a prior boot camp, now success camp, hold on to it, because in years to come, when you're just sort of like, you know, walking around at these parties, you were one of those. Special. And this is what she wrote from Risa. Hey, I was wondering if you could read this off for me tomorrow at the morning share. I realized I ran off camera and was shy after you gave me the pin. I wanted to thank everyone for their time and energy this past week. I feel as though I have gone through a very profound growth in a short span of time. It occurred to me that the feeling of doing all this work feels like floating a little bit. I think because we are building in a way that is so non-material, it starts on the inside and works its way out. It's like realizing there is an invisible staircase that you didn't realize was there until you put your foot on it and start climbing until you reach a castle in the sky with a smile. Okay? So, you know, can you see the value of getting people to these events? Can you see how these success camps can help people break free of whatever it is that's holding them back in life, or whatever's going on? That's just a small example. Who here has had some sort of shift, some sort of profound aha Euclidean moment Yeah, hands up. Have a look around, everyone. Have a look around. Right? So, why wouldn't we want to invite people into this community? The evidence is there for everyone to see. So I wasn't kidding about transforming society. 100,000 people on this bus in one city. Yeah, you got it. You got it. We can take over cities. I'm serious. I've never been more serious in my life. In a fun way. And then when we do take over these cities, feel free to nominate me for governor. Okay, and I insist that we take over the legislation, the legislature, right? Is that, yeah? We will take over that and we will create a ministry of fun. Yeah. We'll ditch the ministry of war.
Yeah.
And we'll grab all of those warmongers and we'll put them in and bring them into the ministry of fun.
What they says about world domination, feats and fantasies, you're having them.
World domination, feats and fantasies. Oh,
read that, please.
Yeah, read.
where is that?
It
Right
says
in the middle.
DitchTheCan is not responsible for the world domination
Oh, right.
and or superhero feats you accomplished today.
Is that good? Let me repeat that. This is on the Chaos Gold pack, folks. Somebody must have been drinking serious amounts of this Chaos Gold to write this. No, DitchTheCan is not responsible for the world domination and or superhero feats you accomplished today.
And fun.
And fun. Hey, yeah. So, thank you, Michael. Can you see, hey, do you think it's going to be hard persuading these people caught up in the war machine to come over to our fun party machine?
No. No.
Well-
DTC stands for Ditch the Curmudgeon.
You know what? I think it would be like that'd be just suck it up. So anyway, we're on to a great thing, okay? Not a small thing. We're on to a great thing. I'll hold that vision because, oh my goodness, wouldn't that is going to be so amazing. All of us, 100,000 people in a stadium, will skydive in. Yeah, with Chaos Gold ribbons flying behind us like Batman. Superhero. So how are we for time? Excuse me, folks. We
You
got.
are, I can see it.
Yeah.
Flying in through the stadium.
Oh yes, I do Skype. I have Skype. So we've got 2 minutes left, folks. We've got we've got a very special moment in time. Once again, these moments in time. Treasure these moments in time. People, if you've got cameras, get them out. Get these pictures up on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Send it out, shout it out loud. We're going to honor a few people. I'd like to welcome up Michael Jude.
And for this next trick, we need a beautiful and talented person. Krista, can you come up? And David, can you come up, please? Okay, so I know David, Paula, and David, this is your last session with us. Is there anybody else that's leaving today that hasn't had an pin yet? If you have a pin, you already got a pin? Come on up. Anybody else? Yeah, come on up. Just queue over here.
Unperfected me is arriving. But I couldn't miss this.
Okay, maybe just cue over here.
Unperfected me, I came anyway.
Come on. Got to get inside these lines. Come
Well,
on up.
that's a good thing, because I'm in the, unperfected. I am perfect in any attire.
Melvin, get right inside the lines.
Perfection. Yes, thank you.
All right.
This is for people that aren't going to be here for tonight.
First boot camp, and you don't have a pin.
First boot camp and you don't have a pin.
Or yeah.
All right, let's give it up for our first boot camp people. Well, this pin is so special because you make it special, right? This pin is special, guys, because they're out of print. Once they're gone and we're coming down to the end. It's been a year that we've been doing these boot camps. So this is like the first pin, right? This is like the first year of boot camps. This is wrapping it up.
Yep.
These will never be available again. 20 years from now, this pin may be worth a small fortune to you. People will want, in network marketing, these things become like, they're currency. I mean, they're valuable. They hold value because you can't buy them. You have to earn them. And you earn this. There was sacrifice that you had to make to be here, right? This hurt a little bit, didn't it? And yet you're here. You took the time, you took the effort, you chose to come and play in our sandbox, and you've added your grace, your wisdom, your beauty, your intelligence, and you've added people to the community while you were here. And for that, we are extremely grateful. And we want you to wear this with pride. We want you to hold on to this for the rest of your life because it represents your dream being born, doesn't it? This is about your dream. And it says, living the dream.
Yes.
Anybody here living the dream?
Yes.
Are you living Michael and Krista, let's give them all theirs at the same time. Okay. I'm going to do this.
I'll open that.
All right. So, non-stop applause as we hand each person their thing. Let's not stop. Let's give it up for our first-time attendees at the boot camp right here. God bless you.
Thank you, folks. Let's just refocus for 30 seconds and then we'll let you loose on the world. Wow, now that's so cool. That is so cool. I couldn't think of a better form of acknowledgement and recognition than that. Thank you, David. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Krista. It's what it's all about. So, folks, let's just center ourselves before we go out and just enjoy. We've got great places to go, a lot of people to meet. We've got people to follow up with, right? We've got this meeting tonight, so there's got to be some follow-up calls made today, or yeah. There's team follow-up calls, checking in with the team, find out who's signed somebody up, enter that information on the board. I need somebody to create another sheet, do a tally for me on that too, please. And so, distractions. Oh, just finally, Tracy.
Come back early?
Oh yes, thank you. And give Tracy an outstanding hand. She's honchoed the room sets. Distractions. They will happen as soon as we finish, if you let them. Okay? So whatever it is, I like this. Whatever it is that, this is great. Somebody take a picture of this, quick. Quick, somebody take a picture of this. Okay? People lining up to put numbers on the board. Woohoo! Means somebody's life's been changed. That is cool. Oh, I just got a vision. There'll be like lines and lines and lines of hundreds of people doing this. Mind you, by that time it'll be all automated. Oh, good. So, distractions, folks. As soon as we finish, just let's get it on. Focus, get it on. If you're in pairs, one person does a call, the other person's there for the three-way swap. If you're doing follow-ups, if you're calling new people, one person calls a new person, then swap. If you're going out and about, buddy up, go out, have some fun. Smile at people, use those beautiful techniques that David showed us. Yeah, those little mini-me's. Mini-me's. And have some fun. And look, let's give them a big hand up. These folks are just going for it. And last but not least, I would like to close off and welcome Robin up.
Thank you.
Robin's got something to share.
It's just a follow-up to the story I shared about the woman who was dealing with cancer at the pool. And she just gave me her email. She didn't give me her phone number, but, I sent her an email. So this morning I get a text. Hi, Robin, I'm trying to do an auto ship on the Body Balance, but I need your enroller ID. This is Kim. I met you Sunday at the hotel.
And with that, folks out in Team Crown TV land, that's us signing out for now. We'll see you later on this afternoon.